Yeah, this is it. Hey, Ms. Brittany Elder.
Hey.
Hi. I'm over here with Fort Lauderdale and Lauderhill Police. You're going to be under arrest, okay?
Yeah, well, can I ask you a few questions before you arrest me?
Sure, what's up?
Can you show
So you
myself
got a
and
warrant
talk
for
to
me perjuring, supposedly.
HD
Trying to figure out how you got a warrant for me perjuring, saying that I knew the individual.
I didn't put it under a warrant. The state attorney did.
How do you guys say that? How do you tell me that I know someone I didn't know?
I got
I
you.
don't understand.
Well, the state attorney does have the evidence there,
But
and that's something that
in a room. Okay, if you walk into a Publix and I'm sitting in a dark room of a studio, and I didn't recognize the guy, I didn't know him.
I understand.
So when I made so how can you guys tell me that I didn't know?
We're gonna. Are these your items? You want to take your watch off?
It's not often we see liars go to jail. Me and a local football coach for assaulting her son on 2 different occasions. She was arrested and sued for $25 million. This is the full encounter of her false reports.
Sit down in the AC inside and we can talk about what happened. Alright, cool. Alright, Mom, you going to step out here with me real quick? I just want to ask you a couple things without him here. You can sit here and play, right? Alright, cool. I'm Officer Casimir. It's my partner, Officer Becker. Sorry to hear about what happened. Can you just provide some details on what's going on?
Okay, so on Saturday, I went to tell my son Phil that I was going to Snappers to pick up our food, my food. So I walked up and told him I'd be right back. So Snappers was only 4 minutes to get there, and I wasn't in there for less than 5 minutes. So
Okay, was this football game at Lauderhill 6 through 12?
yeah.
Okay.
So when I got back, my son calls into the field, and I was like, "What's wrong?" He's like, I was like, "Why?" He's like, "I don't know, it just hurts." When I went to the bathroom, so I was like, "You went to the bathroom? Where'd you go to the bathroom?" So then he points at like one of the poles. So I was like, why are you going to the bathroom? I'm not here. It just wasn't making kind of sense that I get everyone who's practically going to the bathroom. So I kind of was like, I was like looking to the side, like this park is an open field, like. I don't understand what's going on, but I walk all the way to the spot he tells me that he went to go pee at. So I checked him, I didn't see anything, so he was like, this hurts really, really bad. So I was like, well, I don't see any, like bruises or scratches, and he was trying to tell me, well, maybe he cut himself with his nail, like while he was trying to take his pants off when he was going to the bathroom. So that's what he said. So, he said he was fine to go back to practice, so he went back to practice. But then after practice, he didn't eat. He didn't eat all day. He didn't eat probably until like 12 at night. He just kept saying he didn't want to eat, and then he got a fever that night, so he didn't feel good. So then the next day, which was yesterday, he was just talking about how like there's bad people in a bad world. Like I don't know, he was just talking a little crazy. So
He doesn't normally do that.
He does sometimes when he gets sad or angry or something bad happens or something.
Is he normally like a cheerful kid, or does he goes through those kind of?
He's a cheerful kid, but
Okay.
So the person knows.
Okay. But that's not involved at this time, as far as has that been taken care of at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that as well.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's having a tough time.
Yeah, so...
What time was the practice? Was it a game or a practice?
It was a practice. I left at 2:47.
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay, and so this happened within...
Yeah.
What time did you get back? Do you remember? Maybe 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, I don't remember the time I came back, but, yeah, so I just kept talking to him. I know what he was trying to tell me wasn't really making any sense.
And you didn't see any physical injuries on him?
No, but I did take him to the hospital because he kept complaining about
Was it
his TB to the hospital. That's why I started talking about it the next day.
Yeah.
So I did go out to him for that. They said that there's like a tissue in like one of his got twisted. So they've like wrote it up like the name of like exactly what it's called, whatever.
Yeah.
But I did take him because he said like it was hurting, whatever. So I mean, you play football, like you might get hit or something.
Yeah.
But not.
I've heard it happen before. Well, yeah, I've heard of that happening before as far as the situation. I don't remember, but.
No.
Okay.
So my son, he told me that when he asked his head coach, which would be Coach Mike, to go to the bathroom. So when they go to the bathroom, I guess they tell the kids to go on the light poles off to the side.
Yeah.
So my son said while he was walking to go over there, the other coach came and grabbed him by his arm and walked him to the pole behind that pole.
Okay.
And that's where it happened. When I was, he said he couldn't see because it was dark. His face was on the ground. He had his helmet on. So he thinks he was on. And he said when he started fighting, and I guess the guy was holding him. And then he said when he got off of him, he ran back to practice. And then I sound like then, however much longer, I came back, and then he told me that he didn't feel good.
Did he go into specifics on what the coach did to him?
When you're wearing those tight football pants and you pull them down, they're going to be sitting right there.
Okay. Okay, do you have your ID on you by any chance? In the car? Okay, could you provide my partner here with your first, last name?
What's a good phone number for you? You know the coach's name? Not Coach Mike, you said it wasn't Coach Mike, it was assistant coach?
No, he wasn't even an assistant coach. He was just a parent at first who volunteered to be on the field. And then
So you just volunteered to help out?
yeah, but in the beginning he didn't used to have control of the kids. Because he wasn't really a coach. He was just a volunteer dad, and then now all of a sudden he just had, whatever.
Do you know what he looks like by any chance?
Yeah, he has, he's light-skinned with dry gum, and I might be able to pull up his Instagram because I know someone who knows him.
Okay.
But didn't the park call you guys?
This is the first we heard of
They did told you guys.
my supervisors who were outside.
Oh, so somebody told them no.
Yeah, I think somebody called them. That I don't know. We need to make just the initial police report, so that way detectives can do it. Yeah. So once we get all this stuff going and it goes to a detective, they do all that back end work. We just have to find out just what happened, and then once we figure all this out, we report it to a detective who may come out tonight, and we can tell them, and they do all the back end work on it.
Yeah, it looked like his main coach was like for like 15 minutes, fumbling over there. So I was like, that doesn't even sound right. Like, why would he be going to the bathroom for 15 minutes?
Yeah.
By a pole. So I don't know. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say that I think that the coaches saw what happened. Because then I told him, I said, you can 100% tell me that you know for a fact that when somebody else, because there were all the kids, so much going on, they be.
Yeah.
So, and when I said that, he just looked at me, so I don't know.
Do you remember what pole it was? Because I know there's a bunch
I
out
took
there.
him. I took him to the park today.
Okay.
And before I met up with his coach, I recorded when I took him to the park and him kind of like demonstrating positioning and stuff like that.
Okay. Do you have a picture of which pole it was? Just so try to get as much information as possible.
Picture, but do you want to see the video or you just want?
You can show me the video. Okay. So he couldn't. Well, he probably just couldn't see behind.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your son's name? I know you said it happened one other time, but has he ever made any allegations about a coach or a teammate before or anything like that? Okay.
And I've left before to like food runs before. The coaches.
Right.
So they
Okay.
can say that again, but I'm never came back and said nothing crazy.
Which hospital did you go to?
The Children's Hospital.
Children's in Hollywood?
Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio.
You can't prove anything. They tell me it's tender and red, but that's all. So I wasn't trying to do, I already know how this works. I did this.
You've
So,
done
like,
this already.
I just went because he said that's what was in pain, and I can still say that, he had an injury that occurred when I left, and I came back, and I asked him what happened, and how did you hurt yourself, and that's what he told me.
And that's the story. Okay.
Hey, Ms. Brittany Elder.
Hey.
Hi. I'm over here with Fort Lauderdale, Lauderhill Police. You're going to be under arrest, okay?
Yeah, but can I ask you a few questions before before you arrest me?
Sure, what's up?
Can you show
So you
myself
got a
and
warrant
my
for me
costume?
perjuring, supposedly. Trying to figure out how you put out a warrant for me perjuring, saying that I knew the individual.
I didn't put out a warrant. The state attorney did.
How do you guys say that? How do you tell me that I know someone I didn't know?
I got you.
I don't understand.
Well, the state attorney does have the evidence there,
But
and that's something
were
that.
in a room. Okay, if you walk into a Publix and I'm sitting in a dark room of a studio, and I didn't recognize the guy, I didn't know him.
I understand
So when I made so how can you guys tell me that I didn't know?
We're gonna. Are these your items? You want to take your watch off? And we'll put it in your property.
Is there someone that I don't want to just take it to the jail. Just take it to the ring off. Hold on, give it a minute.
I mean, I'll throw everything in your bag, but is there someone we can call? I don't want to take this to the jail.
To come and pick it up.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Where would you guys put it at?
Do you have someone?
I have my
I
mom
can call
over
right
in
now.
Coconut Creek.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can call her.
Maybe she can meet me at the police department, and I'll hand it to her. You think that's possible?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go get your. Is there anything in here as far as like? Here, let's take a look.
I just want to throw her things in there.
What do you have in here that before I search it?
I should. In the car. Because I couldn't bring it to the courthouse.
Okay.
I parked in the garage.
So we got your laptop, charger, a couple of books, a Bible, a parent Bible, your ring, your watch. We're gonna do an inventory of it. We're all wearing body-worn camera anyways, so we'll document that. Actually, put the glasses over here so they don't crush. Yeah.
Is there like an outside pocket, maybe?
Well, I think you got that space for it. Do you have any cases for it or no?
How you guys couldn't just let me do my trial?
Ma'am, I'm asking, do you have a case for the glasses or no? Okay. All right, and then you got a couple of things. All right. Can you guys, do you want to wait and I'll go get the vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, excuse me. I'll be right back. I'm going to pull up. If you prefer, we can pull up on the street.
Yesterday, they told me I didn't have a warrant in the system.
I'll confirm it.
Well, I called them. Can we call them now? Because I called the clerk's office yesterday when they brought it.
If the state attorney files it, they're not going to tell you that there's a warrant in the
They told me I
system.
have no active warrants. I don't have a charge in my clerk of clerks. There's nothing in the system.
I'm going to confirm it with them right now, okay? Let me go
I went through
get...
this yesterday with the judge, and I called the clerk's office, and they said I have no active warrants.
Okay. All right, thank you for your assistance.
If you have my cuffs on her, you'll need to follow you over there.
Oh no, we can take it off. I didn't even realize I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's just trade cuffs out. Yeah, I'll put these on really quick.
You want to put them on first?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, and you have a bracelet on?
I didn't
I'll take
realize.
that bracelet. And then, here, take that one off, and I'll grab her hand. Yep.
Mom's being stopped.
Let me get out of the way.
There we go.
Okay. Let me take this one. Let me flip it over this way. Let me, here, Brent, let me do figures. Okay. All right.
Bravo 9. Yeah, 29, white male. First name is David, D-A-V-I-D. Middle name is Matthew, M-A-T-T-H-E-W. Last name is Deutsch. Phonetically is Delta, Echo, Uniform, Tango, Sierra, Charlie Hotel. Date of birth of 11/12/17. That's Forest. Am I just one, please?